All right, welcome to SouFLoTV again, everybody. This is another immigration video update. Man, with this Donald Trump administration, the immigration issue takes a change on a regular basis, so you have to keep up. And I'm doing my best to keep you up to date with pertinent information. Let me start this video out by saying that I myself, I am a immigrant. For those of you who do not know that come to SouFLoTV, I myself am also a U.S. Army combat veteran, okay? And I joined the military in the United States of America at a pretty young age, and I was not a citizen yet. So, yes, you can join the military and not be a citizen. You can serve in the military and not be a citizen. There comes a time during your service when you will be required to get citizenship, and that will happen. But you can, for the most part, join and serve without being a citizen. My first combat tour, I was not a citizen. Okay? So, under these new guidelines, if you see CBS News post that some children of the troops and government employees abroad won't automatically be U.S. citizens. This is a very important headline. So, one time gone, what would happen was, if you were a service member stationed overseas, say for instance, I was stationed in Germany. If my child was born in Germany on a base or on a living area where we lived, then like a housing area or a hospital, then that was considered a military hospital. That was considered also being in America or on American grounds. Therefore, when you filled out the paperwork for that newborn child, it would say the child was born on U.S. soil. And being that the child was born on U.S. soil, the child would automatically become a citizen. This is what the Donald Trump administration has taken away and has changed. Starting October 29th of 2019, this year, that will no longer happen for some people. We will explain who the service members and government employees are that this will no longer happen for. He has taken away the right, and they will have to go the long way, okay? Now, there's another thing that the Trump administration is bent on changing, and that's automatic citizenship for children of illegal immigrants. So you have parents in the U.S. that came here illegally and had their children here, and their children are now citizens. That is why when you see these protests going on out in the streets, you will see children with big signs that are saying, "Please don't deport my mom. Please don't deport my dad." It's because the children are citizens, but because they were born here, so they became automatic citizens, which is of the Constitution, which says, born on U.S. soil, you are a United States American citizen. And Donald Trump's administration is definitely trying to change that, and this is one step in that direction, which will take effect starting October 29th. So this is how CBS has it. Children of certain U.S. government employees and service members born abroad will no longer be automatically considered U.S. citizens according to the new guidance by U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, which is the USCIS. Although the agency had a long list of categories that would be exempt from the guidance. Pay attention. Historically, children born to U.S. citizen parents in foreign countries have been automatically granted citizenship under Immigration Nationality Act 320. This new policy, though, which would be enacted on October 29th of this year, would apply to some children in facilities such as U.S. military hospitals that are not in the U.S., and to some born to government employees and members of the military that are serving abroad. Now remember, like I said, You can join the military and not be a citizen. You can be shipped overseas to serve and still not be a citizen. Now with this new law, if you are one of these people who are like I was when I first joined and I still had a Jamaican passport only, then you go overseas and you have a child, you will have to go through the naturalization process. Your child will not gain citizenship just because you are. Okay? The parents of these children would have to apply for U.S. citizenship ahead of the child's 18th birthday for them to obtain a certificate of citizenship. This U.S. citizen parent must apply for citizenship on their behalf under INA 322 by filing Form N600K and show they meet the qualifications under that provision. The agency explained that in a statement on their website, the USCIS website. The children of government employees abroad will be required to undergo a more rigorous naturalization process than certain children of U.S. service members. Before I go any further, let me say someone emailed this to me and they said, SouFLo, please let the audience know that Donald Trump has changed the laws and soon they'll be telling every black person to pack up and get ready to go to Africa and all this other stuff. It hasn't come to that yet. That's not where it's at. But this is definitely a step in the direction of taking away citizenship from children that are born here to parents that are illegal. They're starting with U.S. service members. When I was in the military, I know for a fact there were soldiers who went overseas. You know, you're young, you're 18, 19, 20 years old. You go overseas, it's your first time away from home. You meet this beautiful girl from a foreign country. You're in love with her accent, all this other stuff. You want to marry her and take her home. You're falling in love because you're stationed there for years, right? And of course, you're young, dumb, and not thinking far ahead. And boom, someone's pregnant and now you have a child. Well, that child born in a U.S. facility overseas would normally be given citizenship. I think Trump looked at it in his cabinet. Him and his team looked at it and said, they're not honoring our code. They are giving citizenship away to foreigners. So let's snatch that right away from them. So anyways, this is what this is about. The children of government employees abroad will be required to undergo a more rigorous naturalization process than certain children of U.S. service members. So the children of government employees will be required to undergo a more rigorous naturalization process than certain children of U.S. service members. Certain children of U.S. service members may complete the process outside of the United States without having to travel to the United States. So if your child is born there, they may be able to complete the process of becoming a citizen, filing all the paperwork and all that from outside without even coming into the U.S. However, the children of U.S. government employees, they must actually enter into the U.S. first lawfully with an immigrant or non-immigrant visa to be in lawful status when they take the oath of allegiance, which completes the process. The guideline always also says. So that means that their children born overseas will have to first seek a visa, a non-immigrant, they will first have to seek a visa to enter the U.S. legally. And then when they're here, they will then adjust their status. Wow. So a fact sheet that appears on the agency website suggests that the new policy will be limited in scope. The guidance appears to be aimed at, get this, parents. The guidance appears to be aimed at children of parents who have not lived in the U.S. for many years or who are not U.S. citizens themselves. Got it? Okay, so if you're in the military and you are not a U.S. citizen and you have a child overseas, then this is aimed at you and your child. Catch it. Okay, according to the fact sheet, a lot of people are saying, yep, this is another attack on immigrants, even legal immigrants. And a lot of people are saying this is a low blow because it is an attack on immigrants that are living in the most upstanding way. They have chosen to actually serve in the military, and they are getting rewarded by this. It is being snatched away from them. Not illegal immigrants, perfectly legal, joined the military and are serving. So, according to the fact sheet, the new policy will not affect the following children. It will not affect those whose parents are both U.S. citizens with at least one parent who had a residence in the U.S. or its territories before the child was born. 2, it will not affect those who have two married parents, one of whom is a U.S. citizen who was physically present in the U.S. or its territories for at least 5 years, with 2 of those years occurring after the parent was 14 years of age. 3, it will not affect those who have unmarried parents, one of whom is a U.S. citizen, meeting requirements listed in U.S. Statute INA 309. You can go look up, just Google U.S. Statute INA 309. 4, it will not affect those who are eligible to have their citizenship certified at birth, naturally. 5, and it will not affect those residing in the U.S. with their U.S. citizen parents after being admitted to the U.S. for permanent residence. Got it? So, the Defense Department released a statement saying that it has been working closely with the Homeland Security Department and USCIS, and it understands the estimated impact of this particular change is rather small. The policy change sparked alarm and prompted tweets from acting USCIS Director Ken, I always have a problem saying his name, but Ken Cusinelli, who blamed the media when his agency didn't announce or detail the policy. See, what had happened was the media actually put out what a spokeswoman for the USCIS put out. And when she originally put the message out about this policy change, it left a lot of people asking questions, because it actually said, the first one that came out actually said, children born to military personnel and government workers that are stationed overseas will no longer get automatic citizenship, and that was all that was said. It did not go into details to say who specifically would be affected. What you're hearing now on SouFLoTV is you're hearing the updated version, okay? After the USCIS started getting a whole lot of backlash for it, so they had to clarify. Folks who are going crazy right now in the media. No changes have been made to citizenship, he tweeted. No changes have been made to citizenship. The policy manual update today does not affect who is born a U.S. citizen, period. So, for those of you who are going around saying that, oh, your parents are illegal here and you were born here and you're a citizen, but they're going to take your citizenship away, that is not what's happening here. Those people are not affected. Even if both your parents are illegal in the U.S., if you are born in the U.S., you are still a citizen and it cannot be taken away yet. It only affects children who were born outside the U.S. and were not U.S. citizens, he added. This does not impact birthright citizenship. Again, birthright citizenship is when you are born in the U.S., you become citizen by birth. Hence the term birthright citizenship. The policy update doesn't deny citizenship to the children of U.S. government employees or members of military born abroad. That's another mistake that was made. It says the policy update does not deny citizenship to them. It just changes the way how they are going to have to acquire their citizenship. The policy aligns USCIS process with the Department of State's procedures for children. That's it. Period. And this was written by David Morton, Catherine Watson, and Caroline Horn, contributed to this report, first published August 28th of 2019 at 6:39 p.m. And we are taking that from cbsnews.com. All right, so there you have it. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this one. Another immigration policy change under the Donald Trump administration. Are these rapid changes to keep people paranoid, to ruffle feathers, to play to his constituents because election time's coming up again, and he wants to make sure that he does something significant since he did run on an election ticket? Let's see how it goes. I'll see you in the comment section. I'm out. Peace.